Well, hello there. My name is Crystal Andrus Morissette, and I am the author of the brand new book, The Emotional Edge. And I'm so excited that it has officially landed in bookstores everywhere. What is the emotional edge and what can it do for you? Well, first of all, it's based on a concept that I created, which really actually blew me away when I realized 4 or 5 years ago that no psychologist, therapist, author had ever written or created the concept of emotional age. We all know about biological age now. Scientists have theorized that if you take really good care of yourself, if you eat well, you get lots of sleep, if you floss your teeth even, that your biological age can be much lower than your chronological age. And yet, we don't have a concept to help us really understand our inner age or how we're showing up in the world. And I've been working with women and couples for close to 20 years, maybe over 20 years, and it became so clear to me the way that someone was showing up in the world was the way that their life would reflect back to them. And I put it in almost a concept of three, a little triad, that we each have a parent archetype within us, a child archetype within us, and then sort of the fully ascended, the fully empowered adult. All the great thinkers, whether it was, Sigmund Freud, who said that the personality is sort of composed of three, the id, the superego, and the ego, or Carl Jung, the great psychologist who talked about the shadow and the collective consciousness and the ego. Even in Christianity, we talk about the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, sort of this idea that there is a triad or a trinity within us. And so for us, especially for us women, I call it our mother energy. And then we all have our daughter energy. And most of us know what that means. It's like these are archetypes that have a quick sort of come to mind. Mother represents safety and saintliness and self-abnegating and protective and nurturing and all of those really sort of wonderful qualities of selflessness. And then when we think of a daughter energy, I think we all sort of kind of chuckle and we have that idea in our mind of coy, cute, dramatic, really alive, and maybe a little selfish. And yet, do we have an archetype for the word woman? I already mentioned Carl Jung. His only archetype when it comes to women is the wise old woman. And so I want the word woman to really signify and to embody what it means so that we have a clear image when we think of the word woman. And so the emotional edge isn't just for women. It's for all, for men, women, couples. It can help you with your parenting. It's going to help you with your love life, your sex life, relationships. It's going to help you with your income, career, because it's all of those areas of your life are reflective of your emotional age. But here's where this book is really going to help. The way you feel about yourself. It's about finding all the disowned or buried pieces of ourselves. It's almost like, when we were little girls and little boys too, we believed in ourselves. We liked ourselves. It didn't even occur to us not to like ourselves. But along the way, things happened. Maybe some of them were even trajectory changing moments. And we took a little piece of ourselves and said, I don't feel safe being that. I have to kind of tuck that part of me away, or showing up in the world that way. I tuck that part of me away. And before we know it, we're adults, yet feeling very fragmented, very inauthentic, very sometimes even broken and wounded. So this book is really about helping you become your most empowered, expansive, whole self. It's really about healing and bringing back all of those wounded, disowned parts of ourselves into a unified place where you have peace of mind, where you have a sense of healthiness and a sense of wholeness. And so this book is really special. I know that it's going to help many women who are so worried about their failures and their flaws and their fat, those disempowered repetitive messages. So this book can really help you find yourself again and to really feel like you have the edge again in your life. And the edge is not a bad thing. It's contrast is what allows us to make empowered choices. It is the edge. It is that fine line of walking the edge, knowing when to jump when your gut says jump, knowing when to soar, and knowing when to just walk the line. So this is a really special book. If you haven't gotten it already, I would love for you to grab a copy. If you haven't downloaded my guided meditations, please do so. They are on this site, theemotionaledge.com. And if you haven't signed up yet to take my 12-week telecourse based on this book, it begins January 20th. And for 12 weeks, we are going to walk the line together. We are going to become our most empowered, most expansive, most magnificent selves. We're going to heal those wounds that maybe have kept us so triggered and small in our lives. And we're going to do it together. We have a private Facebook forum. It's magnificent, absolutely magnificent. So I encourage you to come, take the telecourse with me, download the meditations. If you haven't taken the Emotional Edge quiz yet, take the interactive quiz, or you'll also find the quiz in the book. I'm just really excited. I know this is important work. I know that it can heal you. I know what it's done for me in my own wounded, broken life, and how I feel now and who I am now in the world today. And I want to share that gift with you. So thank you for being a part of my world in whatever way that you are. And let's walk the line together. Let's expand our emotional edges.